Okay, I'm going to try to explain hydration and how a lot of people actually miscalculate it. So let's try something really simple where somebody says they want to mix a 70% hydration and they're going to use 1,000 grams of flour. So that's as easy as saying, okay, well, 1,000 grams of flour at 70%, and so everybody obviously thinks that the easy route is that 700 grams of water. Kind of, but not quite. And so this is why. Let's say, for instance, you're using 20% starter. So, and that starter is 50% solid, which is flour, and 50% water. So in reality now you don't have 1,000 grams of flour, you actually have 1,000 grams of flour plus 20% of the starter is 200 grams of starter, and half of that is flour. So you actually have 100 grams of flour in your starter. So now you really have 1,100 grams of flour that you're dealing with. Now if you were to take 70% of 1,100, that is now 770 grams of water. But remember that half of that starter is water. So of that 200 grams of starter you put in, you've already put in 100 grams of water in that starter. So you would have to back out the 100 grams of water that's in your starter is now 670 grams. So technically 70% hydration with 20% starter is 670 grams of water, which is actually what you would, the water that you would add into the mix. So let's take a 500 gram, let's take a 750 gram mix. So we're going to take 700, we're going to use 750 grams of flour. And let's say, for instance, we're going to use 20% starter. So you can easily say, okay, Siri, what is 20% of 750?
The answer is 150.
Okay, so that's telling you that you need 150 grams of starter. So we'll write that over here, 150 grams of starter. But technically, of that 150 grams, half of that is flour and half of that is water. So half is 75 and the other half is 75. So you have 75 grams of flour in that starter. So add the 75 grams of flour that you have in that starter is 825 grams of total solids. Now let's say, for instance, you want to do a 68% hydration. You can go, what is 68% of 825?
It's 561.
So it's telling you that 68% hydration would be 561 grams of water. But remember, you have 75 grams of water in that starter, that 150 grams of starter already. So subtract the 75 grams of water that you already have in there is 486 grams. So 486 grams of water that you're going to add is 68% hydration of 750 grams of flour. And that's how it works. It's that simple.